What's going, guys? Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my recent moves, GameStop and also Nvidia, right? So let's start off with my recent moves. You can remember that HIMS was a huge part of my portfolio, and I'm sad to say that I actually sold out of the whole position, right? The reasoning is that actually when it was somewhere around here, about half a month ago, I was thinking to sell, right? And in fact, I sold some at 1975. So you can say that's a mistake, but obviously at some point in time, you're going to have to take your profits, right? And this stock has been an unbelievable performer for me, right? As you can remember, I bought in somewhere here, somewhere September to October. So in 6-7 months, I'm up, what, 200-ish%. And plus, I sold somewhere here and rebought here, right? So I think the valuations are quite stretched because even at my estimate of 100 million free cash flow, it's trading at like 46 times free cash flow, right? Which is around a 2% free cash flow yield. So unless they're going to re-accelerate growth, I think it's way overvalued, right? But I still think it's a very high quality company, and if there is a pullback, I will be a buyer, right? Maybe somewhere around this 14 level or something like that. But I think right now here is way too overvalued, right? And if this stock just does like 50x and runs away from me, I'll be pretty sad because I did think that this stock is 100x potential, right? But in my country, there's no capital gain taxes, so I can exit the position and wait for a better opportunity, right? Maybe something like this when it pulls back. So next, let's talk about GameStop. So GameStop is really a mania again, right? So you can see that when Keith Gill first posted this about a month ago now, it popped what? I think like 200%. Yeah, like 200%. And then it went all the way back down to the base. And then it basically exploded again, right? Because he's tweeting again and stuff like that is happening again, right? So I think one lesson to take away from this is after the initial pop, right? You don't want to be a buyer, right? Because most of the time, there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of excitement, and then basically everyone just sells out, right? Because they expect this parabolic move to continue, and that just practically doesn't happen, right? Because a lot of the moves come in the first wave, and then it will flatten out, basically create a new support, and then it will move again, right? I've seen this many times, so maybe this is a pattern that we might want to pay attention to, right? So tomorrow, GameStop is probably going to open around the 64-65 range. You can see that this is actually huge resistance, right? And why is this happening, right? Because Roaring Kitty actually scheduled a live stream tomorrow, right? And talking about actionable things to do, I think I'm going to be shorting this tomorrow, right? As much as people hate, oh my god, are you a hedge funder or whatever? No, I'm just taking a small position with a short, limiting risk, right? Making sure in a way that you cannot lose money, right? So what do I mean by you cannot lose money? Let's say you take it as like a 5% of your portfolio, right? And I know a lot of people have lost money doing that, right? But obviously they were taking it maybe somewhere here, and now you are taking it at a $14 billion market cap where the fundamentals are really not justified, right? So I don't know, maybe it can go to 100. Who knows about all these things, right? But you want to make sure maybe you take a 2% position, then if it goes up a lot, you're not going to lose too much monetarily, right? But the reason I'm taking the short position is also because there's a catalyst, right? So you can see that Roaring Kitty has actually scheduled a live stream for tomorrow 12 a.m, right? So that's 2.5 hours after market opens. So we have some time to take our positions before his live stream, right? And what I believe is that the live stream is going to be something like the Elon Musk situation with Dogecoin, right? Because you can see that Doge, when he was going on SNL, people expect them to say some crazy stuff that will pump the stock up, right? So at this point, what can you say that will pump the stock up? What I have a $500 million position. That's already public information. So is anyone going to be like, oh wow, surprising new information? Maybe like, I don't know, maybe it can be something crazy, but more likely than not, it's just going to be a lot of hype, and then the bubble will pop again, right? So I think if you're looking to buy at this point in time, I think it would be a mistake, right? Because if you can double your money, then you'll be like, oh, I'm very happy I doubled my money. But the risk is 80% or 90% to the downside, right? So that's quite crazy risk that you're taking. So next, Nvidia. So Nvidia is another stock which is much better fundamentals than GameStop, but also drastically overvalued, right? So I need to do more research into Nvidia, but this can also be something that you take a trade on and there's practically no risk, right? Because at this current point in time, Nvidia is a $3 trillion market cap, right? So let's say you take a trade on Nvidia with, let's say, 2-3% of your portfolio, and when it goes up 10%, you add 1%. It goes up 10%, you add 1%. It's not going to hit 6 trillion in the next 5 years, right? Unless you are saying that this will happen again. I think it's highly unlikely, considering we're up, what, 12x from the lows. Yeah, about 10-12x from the lows. So me personally, I don't think this can happen again, right? But who knows, right? Maybe for some people, they just don't want to take short positions, right? The only reason I'm taking short positions now is I cannot find that many things that are undervalued, right? So I have two stocks in my portfolio right now. One is Evolution AB, and one is Alibaba, right? So of course, there's a lot of undervalued stuff out there as well. It's just that I can't understand all of them, and this looks like quite obvious play to me, right? Let's say if I put 3% of my portfolio here, and it goes up, I just keep adding. The only thing that you shouldn't do with all this, right, is that if you have like opportunity elsewhere and then you are shorting this, right, because upside is only 100%. So quite frankly, for some people, the upside is just not worth it and the downside is too much, right? Because if you're shorting Nvidia at like 500 billion, then okay, you lost 6 times your money, right? That's quite bad, right? But do you think that this market cap is going to go to 6 trillion? I don't know. Some people say it's possible, but I personally don't think so. And last, I'm long Coinbase, right? So I'm long Coinbase through some options, but not too much of a, not too crazy of a position. What I believe is Coinbase is actually going to move up with BTC, right? And I think that BTC might hit new all-time highs, maybe reach 80K before too long, right? I think it'll be in this few months, right? So those are some of my trades and some of my thoughts on the market right now. Oh yeah, and one last thing about Nvidia, right? I'm not like confirmed shorting it, right? Because it is a great company and it is selling at a very overvalued price, but I've yet to decide whether I'm going to do it, right? So something like GME, I've practically decided that tomorrow at the open, if it's at $60, I'll be shorting it through options and also some stock, right? So yeah, that's about all I wanted to share today. If you did enjoy the video, do help me smash up the like button, hit subscribe, and also hit the bell button. With that being said, have a fantastic day ahead and peace out.